I went to a concert last night at Madison Square Garden in New York City. And it was a great show, awesome time, filled to capacity. Everybody was dancing and singing by the end, which is what you want in a good concert. And we're leaving the arena to go back downstairs to catch our train back to New Jersey. And the escalators to go downstairs into Penn Station were turned off. And if you've ever tried to walk up or down, especially down an escalator that is stationary, you know that it's a bit disorienting, right? Because you have been conditioned, your body, your brain have been conditioned to step onto the moving platform. And so even though you know consciously that it's not going to move with you or move you along, subconsciously your brain is telling you, but wait a minute, expect a shift forward. And so it's very disorienting. And so I liken that to processes that businesses put in place to help move things along. And when you think about the processes that you put in place, typically your intention when you first put a process in place is, one, to replicate, hopefully, the most efficient way to get from point A to point B, and or two, to capitalize on some other economies of scale, some lessons learned, etc. But ultimately the goal is the same, right? It's to help move your business forward. And so I wonder why business leaders allow their organizations who diligently put processes in place to move the business forward, why they allow those processes, those escalators, if you will, to grind to a halt or to turn off completely. What it ends up doing is disorienting your people. They're still required to follow that process. They are still required to take that escalator, if you will. But now it's a manual effort. And what they end up doing is they grind their way through, and then they talk to each other about how disorienting it is, because they feel like the solution to getting that escalator or that process turned back on, tuned back in, is beyond their control. So think about in your own business, in your own organization, what processes you put in place for the intention of moving things along efficiently and effectively that you or the business or other forces that ultimately you can control, that you have allowed to grind to a halt and come to a stop. And get the switch flipped back over